Alright, ready to meet? Okay, so I'm not looking at a front camera to anything right now. I'm looking at the back camera. So I can't tell if you can see me or how good you see me, so this video might be kind of shitty, but it'll be fine. So, excuse me. I'm Cernunnos, and I've come to teach you and taught you about some things, because I'm the admin of Wicca 101, the page on Facebook, so you probably liked it if you're watching this video, and thank you all for that. It means a lot to us. So, let's get started. We've had one request, honestly, because some people just don't want to know, I guess, but alright, the request we got was from one of our beautiful supporters. I'm not going to mention her name because I'm not going to put her on the internet without her knowing. So, it's involving children in ritual. Alright, I don't have kids of my own, so these are just some things that I thought up real quick because, well, I don't know if they've been written about or talked about, or there's been YouTube videos, because like I said, I don't have kids, so I haven't researched anything. These are just the things that I thought about. Okay, first thing I thought of was keep a close eye on them. You don't want a kid or a small child of any age playing during ritual, well, unless there's a situation for that, but when I say playing, I mean as in you don't want, like, to be drawing down the moon and you're not watching your child and they go get the Aphrodite and they cut themselves, or they knock over candles or burn themselves on a candle or something like that. That would be awful, and no one would like to see that. So keeping an eye on them is obviously one thing, but that's also involving them if you let them know, hey, come over here and look at this, but make sure they're safe at the same time. Encourage individuality. That's one of the number one things, because kids don't want to sit there and be lectured about what to do and how to do it. So if, like, your kid is trying to do their own thing doing it and maybe say their own incantation during ritual, let them. Encourage that. That would be so good if they're starting at a young age. That is insane how good that would be. So let them be individual. Keep it fun. Kids don't want to sit there and be outside or be in a house or be wherever you're doing it and be falling asleep because you're talking in a monotone voice one way and blah, 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 blah. That's not fun. Kids are going to be bored. If you're having a drum circle, give them some rattles, give them some drums, give them rain sticks, give them whatever you're using to where it would be fun. And lastly, I said make sure they know what's going on, because you don't want, the worst thing would be for you to be in the middle of ritual and your child's like, what are we doing? What is this for? Because if they don't know what's going on, you're kind of just leading them on like, hey, come look at this, and then they're lost, and then you're like, it's pointless anyway, because they're not going to pay attention if they don't know what's going on, because kids have short attention spans. So yeah. Alright, so those are really my only tips for involving kids in rituals. Sorry if it doesn't help, but I hope it does. Like I said, I don't have kids myself, so I don't know. Next is next thing I wanted to talk about is crystal grids. Not a lot of people on the internet, I find, talk about crystal grids because it's sort of a top-down thing. Like, people teach it to you and it's a personal thing, so people don't put it out there. But I feel like people should learn, which is were the teachers in the old days. So this is another reason that I started the page with Aphrodite, the reason that we both started this YouTube channel, to help people. So I'm going to first show you the crystal grid that I made the other day and explain sort of what a crystal grid is. So, alright, here is a crystal grid that I made for meditation. And as you can see, simple, but it's really effective. There's the focal point stone, which is usually, I always use at least a clear quartz that sort of has points at the end to direct the energy up. And then there's a blue lace agate, which is good for peace and calming and all of those things. And there's two amethysts at the bottom, which are good for intuition, psychic abilities, anything like that. So, like I said, it's very simple, very easy, very quick, but at the same time it's very effective. And a crystal grid is basically just setting stones up in any position that you want to accomplish something that you want. That's really the best way to explain it. So, that's probably the end of this first video, because I feel like I'm going on a little too long for a first video. So thank you for liking. If you haven't liked yet and you see this video, give us a like. Blessed be.